Oh, go.
Hey, what's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler Ward and Jason the Lucky Bastard Uthenwoldt coming at you live from two different houses. And
Across the world.
And this is the Fantasy Footballin show. When I do that, I feel like there's applause, right after I say that. Then I look around and I soak it all in.
That's why I feel like there's got to be some dance. Fantasy football show. Fantasy football show.
You can do that while I soak it all in. That's fine.
You're Russell Wilson on
that's
Seattle.
What I know, dude, but you're talking about that weird stuff.
When he was on the Seattle 50-yard line, it was a Bronco, and he's all.
They showed that, and it's like, what is he doing?
Have you seen that? So you went and watched that?
Yeah, and then it's like, it's funny because you think he would have played well after that.
I know. That's my quarterback.
But no, I was thinking like, I'm holding my arms up like that, but nobody can tell because
I know. It's like,
I've got this. I want you to see my face, man.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right. Well, anyways,
there was a game last night. Let's discuss this game. Who played?
Thursday takeaway show episode where we recap what we went through, the game last night. It's on right now behind my head. And anyways, Jason, did you have anybody playing last night? Steelers, Browns.
I did not.
Did you have anybody? Oh, yeah. Did you have anybody on the bench though?
I did. I'm in two leagues. I did start the Browns defense in one of them. Part of the reason why is just because they were home. They were going up against a team that cannot produce any points, as we saw, and they were one of the better, I guess, defenses that were on the waiver wire in my other league. And the Steelers line has been god awful. So I was like, there's no way they're going to stop Myles Garrett.
Yeah, you just didn't know Mitch Trubisky was going to be rolling out on every single play.
Yeah, well, and then, the Browns, they recovered that
dude
fumble in the end zone, baby.
That was the talk of the day for fantasy football. Nobody really cared because nobody cared about anybody from the game except for Chubb and Amari Cooper. But
yeah,
man, that defensive play really added 8 points to your score.
Yeah. Got me in that league. It got me 9 points, so I'm good with that. I'm good with my defense giving me 9 points, especially when it's the Browns.
Yeah, your goal is 10. So I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
Still can't believe there wasn't more sacks, but the Steelers' offensive line actually played pretty well. They were able to convert some hole openings for the running backs, able to get some lanes for the quarterback. One person that I do have on my bench in our league, Tyler, the big tired Ward, is Jalen Warren. And I tell you what, he looked good.
He's way more north-south than Harris, that's for sure.
Yeah. Just got him on the bench from now. He was like four rushes for 30 yards. He had like one reception for like 3 yards. It was a little upset. He took the ball all the way down that goal line, and then they're like, Harris, go finish it. And it's just like, come on, bro.
Yeah, because I was texting you. I was like, hey, man, red zone carries. But
yeah,
there's a difference between red zone carries and goal line carries. So
yeah, and if he would have got a touchdown, which I'm pretty sure he would have the way he was playing, he could have given 9 points. 9 points for being behind Najee Harris.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is didn't the quarter ended? That might have took him off the field. So
yeah,
because they were just feeding the ball, and they cannot pass protect for Pittsburgh. I noticed, but they can. They open up huge holes for the run game.
Well, see that's the thing. Like I feel like their run game has been awful because their line has been playing like crap. But against the Browns, it looked better. It looked like they did better in the trenches of the linemen.
I don't even know if they still have Jadeveon Clowney, the Browns. I need to check on their.
They do have him. He was out.
Oh, okay, because I was like, dude, I didn't see him, and I was like, because they just kept on talking about Myles Garrett and how he's doing everything by himself last night.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking like,
Yeah, they have Clowney on the other side, but he got hurt in the Jets game, and in that Jets game, he had a strip sack on Flacco. So he has presence in there. So when he's not playing, and it's just like, all right, let's just double team Myles Garrett, and Myles Garrett didn't do anything.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to just take his helmet off and smash somebody.
I know.
Well, Marquise Pouncey, I wonder if he's still playing for. Dang, man, because I was like, they would have made a way bigger deal of that if he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That sucks.
Their line is normally. I mean, they played better last night. Like I said, I think Trubisky only got sacked like once, maybe.
Yeah. And did you check out the stats they were showing for TJ Watt being out? Like 0-9.
Oh,
from like the last whatever games, and they allow like it's crazy how many points they allow.
That's like a sack or two a game that they're not going to have.
Well, I mean, dude, they let Cleveland Browns with Jacoby Brissett get 29 points. I mean, 22 points.
Yeah,
it's because of that fluke at the end.
He only got sacked like twice, right?
Yep. No, Brissett. Yeah, got sacked twice.
Yep.
And he had 200. I mean, they had pretty similar. Not almost. No, they did not have similar games. I actually didn't write down the yardage for Trubisky, but he didn't have any touchdowns, and he only got sacked.
He was 220 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That was Brissett, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Trubisky. I think he had under 200 yards as well, or around 200.
Yeah, the only thing that saved him was that rushing touchdown that he took from Harris.
But so both these offenses, man, going forward, you're looking at 200. I mean, you're looking around 200 yards of offense. I mean, of passing at least. And the Browns are going to stay around that because they rush the ball so much.
Yeah.
And man, dude, I thought, because I predicted, I was like, you know what? I think Chubb will get 100 yards and a touchdown. After that first drive, I was like, dude, Chubb's going to get 185 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight.
They were both killing it. The running game was just like, it was overpowering the Steelers. I said in my video the couple of nights before, I was like, if the Steelers can just contain the run and have to rely on Briskett's passing, that they might, like, the secondary is good enough that they're probably going to do well, get some 3 and outs or get some interceptions, get some sacks. But Brissett barely even held on to the ball. He was just like 1, 2, 3 drop. His average air time was only 6 yards.
Oh, see, okay. Were you watching the Prime View last night?
No, I don't have Prime View.
Dude, it is crazy, man. Because I told you it does the routes like Madden and stuff. Like it shows you what they're running. But there's ridiculous stats on every single play, and so I thought you might have wrote one of those down.
I mean, that'd be good to have for something like this. But
dude, it is. But it's like I felt overwhelmed. The only thing I wrote down was because I thought it was dumb. I shouldn't even talk about this, but whatever. We're just going to talk about this game regardless of where we're going. Pickens, that crazy, Odell Beckham catch he had. It said that was a 33% catch probability rate, and I was like, my butt, dude. Like that's like a 3%.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Given that a 33% catch rate.
Yeah, I think it's funny. The announcer said that Trubisky, it was a good throw by Trubisky.
Dude, he's like, oh yeah, see that? It's good, man. He's going deep. Like, what? Who cares? I mean, even if you aren't close, as long as you don't throw interceptions, you should still chuck it deep every once in a while. It's like Ben Simmons not shooting up whatever.
They were like,
you have to make people fear it at least.
They were like, it was a great throw by Trubisky. I'm like, are you kidding me? He had to like bend backwards, do a cartwheel and a front flip, one-handed just to catch the ball.
I wonder if that was Kirk Herbstreit, man.
It was.
Did you see that? Like, dude, he's like
your favorite guy.
He doesn't know how to criticize people.
I know. Everybody's great. The one thing another thing I took away from that game is when I was watching Brissett play, he kind of reminded me a lot of Alex Smith, just like managing the game and stuff like that, just doing a lot of underthrow, run, depending on the run game, underthrow, managing the game.
Yeah.
And I mean, it worked out. You got Cooper that had over 100 yards, and you had that tight end, that one dude, David
Njoku.
Njoku.
Who I told to pause. I apologize.
Njoku.
Well, I said to pause, man, because dude, Pittsburgh has been shutting down. They shut down Hunter and Jonnu. Yeah. And dude, there was no evidence of them being dude, it just sucks. And I know that he was on our bench, or he's on our waivers right now. People have dropped Njoku. So going forward, I mean, dude, you got to pick up Njoku.
He just ran 5 yards, turn around, and he would be right in the middle of his zone. And Brissett was like, beep.
Well, I did because did you notice all of Amari Cooper's were like those underneath routes that were just kind of like 7 yards out probably, but he just the drag routes or whatever. That's all Jacoby Myers did last week because that was the only game I had against the Steelers. And I was like, dude, Jacoby Myers, that's all he did were those like drag routes. And on my thing, I said, I bet you Amari Cooper gets like, 10 for 100 with like drag, with like underneath routes like that. And that's exactly what happened. So because New England had so much success, I would bet that people are going to be doing that against Pittsburgh moving forward. So that's going to be something for us to look out for.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson.
I was just going to say pass catchers. What do you think, Jason, for the Steelers?
He got what, like 10 in our league? He got 10.5 and a half point PPR.
Yeah, 11 targets.
Yeah, in the flex, flex is one of those people that or one of those positions on your team that's either going to get you like 20 points or 2 unless you got a bomb player. I mean for flex, if I started him in the flex, I would be happy with that.
I think Deontay Johnson, I'd be good with him as my wide receiver too, with 11 targets, and he had an end zone. They were targeting in the end zone as well, so I know they didn't convert, but still.
Yeah, I think that was just this game. I think their main red zone is Fairmouth, where they forgot they had him, and then Najee Harris, and then I guess a quarterback run too.
I wish you would have saw me, man. Like I was getting so upset because I was like, I really wanted Freiermuth. I overpaid for him, and then I wanted to start him in this game because I love starting people on Thursday night games.
Yeah,
and then he was literally. I would watch him run an awesome little route, and he'd be open right there, and then he would continually pass Deontay Johnson. He was always on the same level as Deontay Johnson, just on the other side of the field. And dude, it was like heartbreaking because like the ball was like he was way more open than Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson was blanketed, and he doesn't matter, dude. And then of course I was watching that last drive, and I thought it was a replay of the play before, and I was like, dude, don't even show the replay, man. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, it was like the exact same play back to back. Yeah. What do you get? Do you get like 4 points or something like that?
Well, we're in half point PPR, so we got 5 points, dude. Okay. So which means he's gonna be tied in 3 for the week.
Yeah, there you go.
The only bad thing, dude. The only thing that really made me mad was that I could have picked up Njoku.
I know. Yeah, and I saw him on the bench. Or
I was like, dude,
free agent.
But all you can do is, luck is very involved in this. All you can do is put yourself in the best position and play the odds. And it doesn't work out a lot.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that we gotta remember, the Jets just tore up the Browns defense, right? So I was thinking there was going to be a lot of passing from Trubisky and stuff like that. I would be very nervous if I had a player on the Steelers. Like even if I drafted Harris, you have to start Harris. You got him most likely in the between 5 and 10 pick, so you got to start him. But their offense is just like it's no bueno. They were 1 for 9 on third downs.
Dude, I saw that.
They couldn't keep it.
You're never going to win. You're never going to win a football. No. You can't even stay on the field, dude. You're never going to have time to all your opportunities. That's why they don't have anything. And he threw it 32 times. If Trubisky's thrown it 32 times for the Steelers, that's bad.
Yeah. Well, one thing about that, I wanted to make sure I marked this too, because there's a point where it goes into like garbage time, and like Trubisky's going to have to throw the ball when you're 9 points down. Around the 2:35 mark, the possession was 34 minutes Browns and only 22 minutes Steelers.
Yeah,
it's almost a whole quarter difference before it went.
That's what you get. Time. That's what you get when you can't convert third downs.
Yeah.
So going forward, just tell me if you agree with this. So I think Najee Harris he was drafted as a RB1. He looks like he's going to be by the end of the season, he's probably going to be a high-end RB2 because Warren's going to eat into his usage.
I see that happening.
Yeah, okay. Then Warren, I think, is a great stash. And he's one of the only backups that is like a Madison. Like, if Najee Harris gets injured, it's going to be Warren will get you points. He'll be an RB. He'll be an RB2 maybe. And then Deontay Johnson's worth starting. Pat Freiermuth is worth starting. George Pickens, would you want to hold on to him or?
Yeah, he's starting to look towards him now. I would keep an eye on him. Maybe keep on your bench for a couple more weeks.
7 targets
each week. It's progressing. So
all right, Claypool probably. I would just cut Claypool.
Cut him out.
Okay, and then on the other side, Chubb is like an RB 5 or 6 rest season.
Yep.
Hunt, man, he got rejected 3 times on the goal line. Otherwise, he would have a typical game.
Yep.
And that screwed with his because he averaged 3.9 yards per carry, but he was getting those goal line carries. Not Chubb came in on that 4th down and got that, so that screwed with his yards per average or whatever.
Yeah.
He still got 4 targets in the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure he was going to catch. Dude, he lined up. They should have just passed it to him. I predicted a reception touchdown for him, and he lined up like it, and I thought for sure he was. Dude, whatever though. Okay, so Hunt, Amari Cooper, would you sell high on him or?
So last game against the Jets, Brisket, he made a little comment. He's saying that he was watching the previous game. He was watching tape of the Browns Panthers, and he's like, I did not realize how wide open Amari Cooper can get.
Dude, I like Brisket, man. He's a smart guy, and he seems like a cool dude.
And since then, Amari Cooper has had back-to-back 100 yards. So I think he's like, oh, snap, I have Cooper on my team, and he's a great route runner. I'm going to feed him the ball. So I would.
So do you think would you be happy with him as your RB or as your wide receiver 1 or probably more of a wide receiver 2, right?
2. Yeah, 2.
And then
you're gonna have those games where the defense is gonna be better, right? You had the Browns that's gone up against the Jets and the Steelers in the past 2 weeks, and that's where Cooper got his thing. So I'd wait till we see when sorry, I keep interrupting you. Wait till we see a pretty decent defense.
Bless you. Sorry. I'm just agreeing with I want to just be like, I agree with that take. I'm just saying, yeah, I agree with that when you're talking. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
And then in Njoku going forward, you better pick him up if he's on your waivers. On our waivers, dude, somebody better pick him up. Because he's gonna be better than a lot of the people.
Yeah.
I mean, I would still I think I'd still rather have Evan Ingram. So
that's who I have.
I know. And I would still going forward for the hope of Kenny Pickett, rather have Pat Freiermuth. But man, it's scary having, all these good wide receivers on the Steelers. So
yeah. Like I said, I think we're just waiting for Kenny Pickett to come out and play.
Yeah. So Njoku, starting tight end from here on out, probably just because tight end, it's a tight end wasteland. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones, you can cut him. I was thinking you should hold him because after that first week.
Yeah.
But until Watson gets in and you see what this offense looks like, I don't think you should keep Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Get Peoples-Jones out of there. I think Brissett was like, I don't know who to throw it to. I'll just throw it to this guy. And then he realized, oh yeah, I got Amari Cooper on my team who could burn people and get open.
Dude.
If you look at half of those receptions that Cooper had, there was no one even there to even try to deflect the ball.
Dude, and well, if you want to wonder how good of a wide receiver Amari Cooper is, just look at the Dallas Cowboys right now. I mean, they're hurting. Yeah. They feel that, big time. So so anyways, the kickers, in going on in the future, I will start checking weather reports because that was something I did not check. Yeah. I was like, dude, start the kickers, man. It's gonna be amazing.
Me too.
Because this is the type of game where it's like, dude, you get 18 points from a kicker. And then as soon as I started watching the game, I was like, oh god. I went, after that first quarter with Njoku, I pinned a post on my thing. And I said, I'm so sorry about my Njoku pause. I apologize. So, I try.
Yeah. Those kickers were I was like, oh hell yeah! I said to start Chris Boswell. Here we go. He's gonna get like a 40-yarder, and then you see the ball.
And if you see his face, he's just like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
it's like,
damn.
Everybody's all looking confused and shaking their head. And I was like, oh crap, dude.
Well, it was a weird game because you and I both predicted, or we thought that it was going to be a field goal type game, right? I didn't say it was going to be touchdown scored, and next, what was the final score, like 29-14?
Well, good for Brisket, and Steelers need to get their stuff together, and Tomlin says they're not going to change, but hopefully they do within the next couple of weeks, because for fantasy relevance, they need it.
Yep.
But anyways, do you have anything else you want to go over, Jason?
No, I think that's it. I think we did well for the best we could for a Steelers Browns game.
It was a tough watch.
Yeah,
especially if you're a Pat Freiermuth owner. And Najee Harris looked great on that goal line when he had a touchdown. He broke a couple tackles and blew up that guy.
Yeah,
so
he did.
I was like,
get
oh my
off
God,
me.
the guy.
I know.
I thought that was Ty Warren. I was like, man, Ty Warren's crazy. So Najee Harris still a great running back, but you just have two great running backs now. That's all. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you for everybody for watching. If you like this, you can do this in real life. Click the thumbs up and subscribe. Make our week, make our month, make our season, as in not like NFL season. I'm talking like fall, summer.
Fall, summer. Yeah.
And if you don't like this, there's a thumbs down button. You can use that as well. You can leave hurtful comments that we will use to make ourselves better, hopefully.
I tattoo hurtful comments on my skin.
So your back is just like black right now.
And then I go over it in white. So every year, just keep going and going.
Oh my God. All right. Well, anyways, shout out to Storm Shadow. Thank you for commenting again. And
he commented again?
Yeah, he was talking about our picks for rookies of the year and offensive and defensive.
Oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, so I was thinking Drake London, maybe Breece Hall if he turns it on, and then if Kenny Pickett comes in and saves the Steelers, if the quarterback's good, they always give it to him.
I think Pickett's going to miss too many games before he gets to get.
I'm saying like if he saved the Steelers, like
right, yeah.
Save them.
Yeah, it'd be that kind of hard to get a rookie of the year off the New York Jets,
dude.
I do.
And I told him, yeah.
I'm about Drake London right now. Yeah,
because I was like, he's more consistent. Garrett Wilson has that huge week, and he got rookie of the week. But if you're if you're forecasting it out, so, anyways, and then defensive as well. He asked, and I was like, Aiden Hutchinson, Sauce Gardner is locking fools down. And then, did you know that number 1 overall pick for Jaguars? I forget his name. Trayvon Walker. I forget his name. He had a sack and an interception in his first game.
Oh, I like Hutchins right now.
Oh, he's going to be, as far as pass rushers go, he's going to lead in sacks. So yeah. But Sauce Gardner, if he turns into some lockdown corner, he's the only guy that I could see. Because there's no Micah Parsons,
No, there's only one of them.
Yeah, I was thinking some crazy linebacker that's going side to side or something.
He's got 4 sacks already this year.
They need it.
I know. God.
Well, you see, Jerry Jones is like, hopefully we have a quarterback controversy here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's like, let's get more drama, please.
He's like, I hope that. Yeah, dude, he's such a drama hog, man. The guy's crazy. Anyways, we'll stop. Thank you so much for watching. And what's next? I'll be coming at you with all the latest and not so greatest information on Sunday morning.
All right. See ya.
Later.